Good morning. It is Monday, the 5th of December, a couple weeks to go before our wonderful Christmas break. So we are on week 2 of Advent. So I'm going to share a little bit about what we talked about, what I learned in church yesterday. But before that, I've got a pretty decent list here. Some weeks are busier than others. But I've got a busy week coming up, and so we're gonna have to really kind of get going. All right, so a couple things. One is not this week, but next week, starting Monday, is Spirit Week. Hopefully, you've seen those banners, the little posters. The little posters throughout the halls. I've got here's this kind of a thing. Okay. So this is what the poster looks like. PJ Day, ugly sweater, Christmas movie character, anything but a backpack. So like to carry your stuff around, within reason, of course. And then Santa hat day. All right. So Spirit Week, that's going to be really fun. There's going to be some contests, some classroom door decorating contests, and all that good stuff. It is going to be a blast. So looking forward to that. Tomorrow is speech and debate meeting. The kickoff meeting is after school. So pre-COVID, we had some speech and debate activities, but we are taking it up a notch. So that kickoff meeting is after school tomorrow. So looking forward to that. And then orchestra club continues after school as well. Another thing that's going to start after Christmas is Wizard of Oz. It's going to be one of our elective choices, and it's actually going to be a choice for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. There's going to be some larger roles, some smaller roles, but we're going to provide an opportunity. I think 35, 36 students are going to be able to participate in this. But a couple things that means. One is that Miss Wilson's photography class is not going to be available third quarter, so the next quarter, because she is helping with the Wizard of Oz. So when I send out the choices, which is coming up soon, by the way, you're going to need to select your 6 choices, but keep in mind that the photography one is not one of our choices. So anyway, there's going to be some more information coming out about the Wizard of Oz once you select it. Anyway, so once you select it, you'll get some more information on it, and there's tryouts and different things like that, okay? There's a vending machine that's over on the high school side of our building. That is only for high school students. It is not for middle school students. You'll see a sign on there that I put on there that says high school only. So just please stay away from the vending machine that is over in the high school area. So that machine is off limits to us. Thank you. Freedom Learning, a couple questions about that. I did send an email about that. The only class that's counting towards your grade is the class that you first took. So 6th grade, that was keyboarding. 7th is digital literacy. 8th is the financial class. This career exploration class it's not graded. You probably have a grade in it, and it's probably not an amazing grade or whatever, but I get it. But that's just something for you to explore and try some and see maybe what your interests are. And it's just an opportunity for you to kind of check things out, right? I know it talks about graduate school and doctorates and all that good stuff. But don't worry about that. Those are not going to end up on any grades. It has nothing to do with your eligibility, for example. Okay. A couple things. One is there's a ton of games this week for basketball, so please keep an eye on your schedules. There are a ton of basketball games this week, which is going to be awesome. Happy for you. Fire up this season. Let's go. And then the last thing is, before I dive too far into the calendar, is Grade Guardian. So I'm going to run our report tomorrow. It's every Tuesday I run the report, and we're going to see where we are with Grade Guardian. And I've mentioned this already. Hopefully you watched my other video. But that's going to help us determine some eligibility pieces, and it also determines how to best help and support you. So Grade Guardian is going to launch, or has launched, and I'm going to use it tomorrow. And then also the regular report about tardies and break restrictions. So that, of course, is tomorrow as well. So I run those on Tuesday mornings. Please keep in mind, if you turn an assignment in today at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or even 10 o'clock this morning, if it's at a late and it's a missing assignment and you're hoping that brings up your Grade Guardian grade score, or brings down, I guess, your Grade Guardian score, we can't expect our teachers to do that. So just be patient with that. It'll reflect next week, but it may or may not reflect this week. So anyway. Whew, okay. All right, we've got some shadows this week. Mrs. McCraith is doing chapel this week. 8th grade band is going to perform at the Morning Star Assisted Living at the end of this week, so that's going to be great. Looking forward to that. Here's your dining hall crew: Marcos, Peyton, Luke, Everett, Garrett, Micah, and Lacey. And then, of course, your upcoming dates. Okay, so pretty straightforward. All right, so let me dive into church. This is going to be a challenge for me to kind of wrap this all up, but I'm going to do my very, very best. We're in Exodus, chapter 16, kind of the very beginning of chapter 16. And it talks about when the Israelites are sort of wandering through the wilderness. And when they started out, of course, they're thinking, oh, this could be a long day. It could be a long week. It could be a long month. Well, it ended up being obviously many, many, many years out in the wilderness sort of wandering. And really what they were saying was, after a while, they're like, God, hello, we're down, hello, get us out of here. And what God tried to remind them is he has fed them every day. He has provided for them every single day. Yes, they're out, and the wilderness is sort of this place that it probably feels like God has forgotten all about us. But the reality is he has not. He, even through all those challenges, he wants us to live. He wants us to grow. He wants us to sustain and to flourish. So think about, okay, what's my wilderness? Right? So think about right now, what's my wilderness? Friendships, some team I'm on that's just not going well, my walk with the Lord, my home. I don't know. We all have different, it could be small, it could be big, but in your world it's big, right? You might be saying, does God love me anymore? Right? That's what they were saying. The Israelites were saying that, has he forgotten? Does he love us anymore? Has he forgotten all about us? And so God promises to love us, that he is going to provide for us. He always wants us to live. He never wants us to die. Even through death, we are in him, right? So he says over and over again, I am your God. I will not forsake you. I will not abandon you. Yes, it's not a perfect life. Yes, we're going to struggle and have these challenges, and our friendships are going to stink sometimes. And we're going to wonder if we have any friends. We're going to wonder if we belong anywhere. We're going to wish we were on that team and not this team. We're going to wish we were part of that group and not a part of that group. So, yeah, we're all going to struggle. We all are going to, me included, are going to go through these long stretches of wilderness where it feels like God has totally forsaken us and has just kicked us to the curb. He hasn't. He has not. kicked us to the curb. He wants us to live. He wants us to flourish. He has not forgotten us. So, bottom line, even though sometimes we feel like we're in this wilderness and we're wandering and it feels like we've been here forever, God wants you to live. God desires life for you. He has not forgotten you. He loves you dearly, and He will give you manna for the day. He will give you food for today. Tomorrow's tomorrow. He will give you life today, even when you feel like you're in the wilderness. Anyway, that's what I took away from church yesterday. Hope that gives you a little bit of encouragement that, yeah, sometimes we feel like we're in the wilderness, but the bottom line is God is right there with you. He's loving you through it, and He wants you to live. All right, y'all. Be good. See you in the halls. Take care. Bye.